Okay, so I'm assuming you have gone through it at least. If not, please complete this assignments today. Okay, so in our previous class, we have discussed about automated sharing. So automated sharing, how we can do the automated sharing, uh, why we need to do automated sharing. The reason being, if it is single record, we can easily do a manual sharing, but if it is multiple records, we have to go with the automated sharing. And we can do automated sharing by using sharing rules. And these are used to share the records to public groups, roles or roles and subordinates. So sharing rules, using sharing rules, we cannot share it to a single user, but we can share it to public groups, roles or roles and subordinates only. And these sharing rules, once it is configured, it gets automatically fired as soon as we insert, update any record. And we can create multiple sharing rules. So there are two types of sharing rules. Yes, we have done the demo for both of them, owner-based sharing rules and criteria-based sharing rules. So owner-based, it is dependent on the record owner who is creating. So if the record owner is uh, so and so user, so I wanted to share that record to so and so group. Yes, we can configure that. And criteria-based sharing is based on the conditions we specify. So if the particular record which is created or updated meets the criteria, then it is going to fire that sharing rule and it's going to share that record to uh, the public group or roles and subordinates, which we have configured in that criteria-based sharing rule. And how to configure sharing rules? Yes, we have discussed. Okay, so let me go to our org. So to see like what all, so to configure or to see what all sharing rules we have, we can go ahead and go to our Salesforce org, in that to our application and go to the setup. So here in the quick find box, you can type sharing rules or sharing settings. And in the sharing settings, we have the section called sharing rules. And in under that, we have sharing rules for every object. So this is the sharing rules section. So we have created a sharing rule for account object, and we have created a sharing rule for opportunity, right? So this is a sharing rule based on the criteria, and this is a sharing rule which we have configured based on the owner. So owner-based sharing rule demo and criteria-based sharing rule demo we have already done. I hope you have had a chance to complete this assignment, which we already did in the class. Yes, no, maybe. Anyone is here in the class? I need a yes.
I am in the class, but I haven't done anything.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Fine. Somebody is with me. All right. Try completing this assignments at least today, maybe. So owner-based sharing rules and criteria-based sharing rules. So you can configure. Okay. And we have discussed about the remaining OWD options, that is public read-only, public read-write, public read-write transfer. Read-only is if we set the account objects OWD as read-only. So any account you create, it will be visible to everyone in the org as a read-only. Okay. So, but for the record owner and his manager, it can be read and edit. Okay. Uh, Read, edit, and other full control. But others, it's just read only. They can see it. They can't edit or they can't delete. And read, public read write, if we set it, so everybody can read, everybody can edit it, but they can't share, they can't delete. Only the record owner and his manager can do it. And read write transfer. So transfer is an option which we get across when working with lead and case objects. So we can transfer the ownership. So upon transferring ownership, the old owner will lose the record access and new owner. So whenever we go to account, we see the account owner, right? There is a field. So we can change it. We can transfer the ownership for transferring ownership in account. Let's say it shows us only option to specify a user. But in case of lead and case objects, if we need to transfer the ownership, we have something called queues. So we can transfer the ownership to, we can assign the ownership to a queue. So queue is nothing but it's a, a place where the records are waiting to get processed or to get assigned and then processed. Okay. The record will wait inside the queue until the queue member is accepting it. So in queues, we have two parts, that is queue supporting objects. So based on the objects which we need to configure the queues, so we can select the objects, and queue members are the people who can access this particular queue queue supported elements. Okay. So if a new lead record comes and sits in my queue, if I am the queue member, I can able to assign it to myself or assign it to somebody. So queue members are the users who have access to the queue records. And so how to configure the queues, I have already explained. Okay, so let's go to the, so we are on settings. So we have configured sales queue. Okay, so let's come to right. So till here we have completed. So the new concept for today is, let me go to a paint. So we have a scenario where we do not want to do, till now we were doing the transfer or change of ownership manually, right? So we were changing the owner of the case record or the lead record to a queue name manually. But in the real world scenario, it is not the case. So we have n number of cases, n number of lead records coming in, and I do not want to manually go ahead and work on each one of those records. So for that, I would like to have something like some rules which will assign me the records directly to my queue. So that's where the concept comes in, called automated assignments. Okay. So we have by default, um, so let's say we have a call center here. And I have different teams sitting in different areas. So I have Hyderabad sales team, and I have Chennai sales team, and I have, let's say, Bangalore sales team. Okay. So this call center, whenever they receives a call, they will be assigned with some, they will be creating a new case record, and based on their transaction with the customer, they would need to assign that particular case record to any of this particular teams, right? So in the real world scenario, it's like we get thousands of case records coming in, flowing into the call center, and it's very tedious for a call center agent to assign the records one by one. So that's where we come across a concept called uh, automated transfer. Okay, so automated transfer is a thing where, so while, where we can transfer the records in bulk. Okay, so while transferring the record ownership, the required users or queues, it will take more time, right? So in that case, to avoid that problem, we are going for a process called automated transfer. So in that, automatically, we need the records to be transferred based on some criteria. So that's where we come across a concept called assignment rules. So assignment rules are used to transfer the record ownership to the required users or queues dynamically at runtime based on the specified condition. So we need to specify the condition for that particular assignment rule while configuring it. So assignment rule will get, similar to our sharing rules. Assignment rules also will get fired after insert or after update of the record inside the object. So, and then in this assignment rules for, let's say, uh, Salesforce has given by default assignment rules for lead assignment rule, and we have another thing called case assignment rule. Right. So Salesforce, as part of CRM, they have given lead assignment rules and case assignment rules. So you can ask me, how about other objects assignment rules? Like we have few other objects also which supports queues, right? So how about those assignment rules for those objects? So yes, we as part of Salesforce CRM, we just have assignment rules only for this two objects, lead and case. But if we want to assign, if we want to create any new assignment rules, we can go ahead and create assignment rules using Apex. So we need to do customization if we need to build new assignment rules for other objects. Okay. So by default, we have the lead assignment rules and case assignment. So these are the default rules which are available within our Salesforce CRM. Okay. So when I say lead assignment rules, so these are used to transfer the lead records to the required queues or users dynamically at the runtime based on the specified condition. So we will configure conditions for the assignment rule, and based on that assignment rule, it gets assigned to a particular queue or a user. So we can create one or more lead assignment rules in any of the Salesforce org. So, but only one rule can be in active status at a time. Okay, so we can create multiple lead assignment rules, but the thing is, only one rule can be active at a time. So this is one, important, I would say, interview point of question. Okay, so how many rules can you configure as, how many lead assignment rules you can configure? Answer is multiple. How many rules are currently active in your, how many lead assignment rules are currently active on your org? You should definitely say it's one. Okay, so at any point of time, It's only one lead assignment rule that should be active. Okay. Right. So the thing is, we can create multiple rules, but the thing is, only one rule can be active at a time. Okay. So coming to case assignment rules. So these are used to transfer the case records to the required users or queues dynamically at the runtime. So once we configure a case assignment rule, this will once the record get created or updated, then this rule gets fired and it's assigned to the particular user or a queue. So case also it's the same. We can create one or more case assignment rules, but only one case assignment rule will be active at a time. Okay. So this is about assignment rules, automated transfer. So yes, the question here again is Salesforce has by default given this too, but if we need to go ahead and work on assignment rules for other objects like order object, feedback question object, feedback question set object. So for those, we have to go take help of Apex programming to create any kind of assignment rules. Okay. So usually by default, from the business perspective, these are the two lead records and case records are the two things which from the business perspective, usually most of the companies make use of. That's the reason Salesforce has included them as part of the CRM itself. You don't need to do the Apex programming for them. Okay. So this is all, about the assignment rules, right? So based on our requirement, this particular call center people, they will have to, instead of manually doing, what they do is we will be configuring the lead assignment rules or case assignment rules, and based on the criteria, it will get assigned. So let's say I have a lead object created, and in that object, the city is Hyderabad. So I give a criteria for my assignment rules. If the city for that lead object mentioned it as Hyderabad, so I need to assign that particular lead record to Hyderabad sales team queue. Okay. So this is a queue. So these are queues, and within these queues, again, we have queue members. Okay. So to whom we can assign. Queue members can assign it to the people, the users, other users, right? So yeah, so these are the queues which we will be configuring, and then we will go and create the lead assignment rule and the case assignment rule. So yes, let's go ahead and take some notes first. Right. So this is about the automated transfer. So I don't want to do the transfer manually or assignment manually. In that case, I go for automated transfer. So we can transfer automatically while transferring the record ownership to the required users or queues. It will take more time manually. To avoid that, we have something called automated transfer using assignment rules. And assignment rules are used to transfer the ownership to the required users or queues. Okay. And these rules will fire after insert and after update. So similar to our sharing rules, assignment rules are also gets fired as soon as we insert, as soon as we update any kind of record. So they get automatically fired. And the two types of assignment rules, lead assignment rule. Yes, to assign the lead objects automatically, we can we can configure this lead assignment rule, and we can create one or more lead assignment rules, and only one will be active. And similarly for case also, we have case assignment rules we can configure, and then only one assignment rule will be active at a time. Okay. To transfer the other standard or custom records to the required users queues, we have to create our own custom assignment rules with the help of Apex programming. Yes. So we can make use of Apex programming, Apex triggers for creating a custom assignment rules, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and start with this. Yeah, assignment. So create a lead assignment rule on the lead object transfer transfer the lead records to the below queues based on the city name as below. Okay. So we are going to do, so if the city name is mentioned as Hyderabad, we have to transfer it to Hyderabad sales queue. Okay. So since in our org we don't have this particular queues, what I'm going to do is initially I will be creating queues, and then we would be testing creating a new lead object, and then we will see we'll configure a lead assignment rule first, and then first is create the queues, then create a lead assignment rule, and then we are going to create a new lead record and check whether that lead assignment rule is working or not. Okay, so we are going to test that, right? So let's go to our org again. So I'm on the queues. So I just created sales queue. So I'm going to create two queues. So I don't want to waste more time of yours just by creating the queues only. Hyderabad sales queue. And I am assigning the lead object. So as part of our assignment, we are working on lead first, but I would encourage you later to create on case also, the case assignment rules. And the queue members I'm assigning is team leader user because he's having the permission of Salesforce license, and save. Okay, so I'm going to create another queue. Bangalore sales queue. I'm just giving a dummy email for now. And I'm selecting the key lead object again as the supported object. And I'm selecting the queue member as team leader again. So this person will be able to assign, pick up things from the queue, and create one more queue. Chennai sales queue. Okay, I'm testing the lead object only for now. Queue member as team leader user, save. Right. So we have created the queues for Hyderabad, Chennai, and Bangalore sales queues, right? So now what we need to do is create the required queues, and right. So this is the navigation. So what we did, prerequisite, create the required queues. Yes, prerequisite we have done, and we are going to create a lead assignment rule now. So this is the navigation for lead assignment. Okay, go to setup, search for lead assignment rule and click on new, enter the assignment rule name, select checkbox active. So yes, so if you want your rule to be active, you have to check it and click on save. Go to the assignment rule and open it, add rule entries. So these are the criteria which we are going to add, the rule entries. click new and sort order. Yeah, I will tell you what is the sort order and the required conditions to be verified. Select the queue or user uh, to transfer the records. Okay. And then click on save and repeat 7 for multiple entries. So testing, click on leads. Yeah, we will go to leads and create a new record and see whether it's going to be assigned using our lead assignment rule or not. So yes, we are going to do that testing. Okay, so let's go to our Salesforce org now. Okay, so we are on org and I am on the setup, search, lead assignment rules. Yes, it is there. So if you search for case assignment rules, yes, it is there. But if you search something like order assignment, it is not there. Feedback question, it's not there. So only lead and case assignment rules Salesforce has given us by default. But if we want to configure for our custom objects, the assignment rules, yes, we can do it using Apex programming. Okay, so let's firstly go to our lead assignment rules. Okay, click on lead assignment rules. And by default, Salesforce has created an assignment rule, which is by default, active. This is just like assigning a record once a record is created by a record owner. I mean, if I create it, it will assign it to me. So that's what it means. So this is the default standard lead assignment rule, which is available. So we are going to create a new assignment rule. Click on new, give the rule name. We will give it as assignment. Okay, lead assignment test. Okay, and you will have to check this checkbox active. If you don't check it, your standard default rule is there, right? That is the active rule. So this won't get fired. So only one rule at a time can be active. So I want my rule to be active. So I'm checking this checkbox and click on save. And here is our assignment rule, lead assignment rule. And if you see, when we checked active this one and this tick mark here, it's gone, right? Previously, there was a tick mark here. Okay, go ahead and let's go to our thing. Okay, so we have created an assignment rule. Go to the assignment rule, open it and add the rule entries. Okay, so we went to the rule as a rule. And here is our rule assignments. So click on rule entries. Okay, click on rule entries, new, sort order one. So sort order one is nothing but for this particular rule to check the conditions in a sequence. Okay, so first order, I'm asking if the lead city is Hyderabad. If the lead city is Hyderabad, then you will have to assign it to the Hyderabad sales queue. Okay, so this is our sort order. Select the user or queue to assign the lead to. Okay, I'm selecting the queue. You can select the queue or user. We have queues, right? So you can select. So we have Hyderabad queue. For Hyderabad, if city is Hyderabad, I want to assign it to Hyderabad sales queue. Okay, and here it is like email template. So you can create your own email template whenever a new lead is getting assigned to your queue. The email gets triggered to your mailbox. So you can create a template and you make use of that template here. Okay, so for now, I'm not using it and click on save and new because I want to add more rule entries. Save and new. Right? So sort order two. So this rule, I will explain you. This rule is going to trigger based on the sort order. So first it will check whether the city is Hyderabad. If it is Hyderabad, it is going to assign to Hyderabad sales. If it is not, it's going to check this sort order. So sort order 2, I'm taking the lead city equals to Bangalore. So if the lead city is Bangalore, so this is going to get fired. Okay. So Q, I have the Bangalore Q. Okay, save and new. I have one more Q to assign. So I will add it in the rule entries. So order 3 I'm using. City equals to Chennai. Then I'm going to assign it to Q. Chennai sales Q. Right? So now you can click on save. I'm done with 3 Qs. Yep, I'm clicking on save. Right. So this is our lead assignment test rule, which we have marked it as active, and we have given the rule entries. So as soon as a lead record is getting created, so this lead assignment test rule, lead assignment rule, lead assignment test, lead assignment rule is going to get fired, and it's going to get check this rule entries. So first condition it's going to check is if city is equals to Hyderabad. If it is Hyderabad, it's going to assign that particular lead record to Hyderabad sales queue. Then it is going to check if it is not Hyderabad, then it is going to check if the city is Bangalore. If it is equal, then it's going to assign that record to the Bangalore sales queue. If it is not, then it's going to check Chennai. So if it is Chennai, it's going to assign the record to Chennai sales queue. If it is not any one of them, so yes, it's going to be not assigned. Okay. So yeah, this is the because this is the only one rule it can be active. So we give criteria only for these 3 cities, right? So let's go to our navigation, and we have added everything. Okay. Right. So now what we are going to do is we are going to test this by creating a lead record on our Salesforce. So we are on our application, talent acquisition, and let's see. So as soon as you create your queues, if you see this list view will be created. Usually we can create a list views here, but as soon as we create queues, though those queues are going to be reside as a list view as well. So let's go ahead and check Bangalore sales queue. Nothing is there. And Chennai sales queue, no records. Hyderabad sales queue, no records, right? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm logged in as admin user. Okay. So I'm going to create a new lead record, and let's see how it is going to take. Okay. New. Test user, company, let's see, Amazon, and lead source is, let's say, web, industry is banking, and city, I'm going to make it as Hyderabad. Okay. So here one point I forgot to tell you. See, while creating the rules, so we are going to give the lead city as Hyderabad, right? So that is a case sensitive. So if we have mentioned H as capital in our rule, but if we give a small letter here, and click a save. So it's not going to take fire the room. Okay. So it's case sensitive. So you will have to be sure, or what you can do is you can customize this screen with the drop down list and you give your um city names yourself and make it as required. So that also you can do it, right? So I'm saving city as Hyderabad. So by default, it should, the lead assignment rule should get fired, and this particular record should get assigned to Hyderabad sales queue. Hyderabad sales queue. Okay. So click on save. So we have an option here. Check that option and click on save. Right. So we have created, and so if you click on details, by default, it is going to assign to Hyderabad sales queue, right? So you can see it, right? So let's do another lead record. So by default, it's assigning it to Hyderabad sales queue because we have uh, given the city as Hyderabad. Test user B and company, let's say Salesforce. Lead source, partner referral, industry, I want to go with finance. And the city is the one important thing. Okay. Hope I have given B capital in our rule entries, Bangalore, and the spelling matches. Hope. And click on this active assign using active assignment rules, right? And click on save. So it's going to get assigned to Bangalore sales queue by default, right? You can see it, right? Okay. So now what I will do is I will log in as the queue member, and then I will move this particular record to a user so I can assign it that. So let's go ahead. So this is the queue member which I have assigned. So this person can be the team leader. So this person can be able to assign uh, those lead records which I have created uh, in the queues using lead assignment rules, and he can assign to a specific user. Okay. So let's go to leads. So he can go, as he is a queue member, he can go and check which queues has the leads. So he's going to Hyderabad queue and he can see one lead record, and the owner is sitting on the queue. So he can go ahead and assign, accept on his name. Okay. So now all open leads, and if you see Hyderabad leads, Hyderabad sales queue leads, it will be nothing because I have as a queue member I have assigned it myself, right? So he can let's go to Bangalore sales queue. There is one uh, lead record which is sitting in the Bangalore sales queue. So as a lead queue member, I'm going and selecting it and assigning, accepting it. Okay, accepting it to my name. So you can go ahead and check. So there are no Hyderabad leads. Hyderabad sales queue is empty, and Chennai Bangalore sales queue is empty, and those actual lead records has come to my queue. So you can check the today's leads. So these are the 2 leads. You can check one by one. Right. So here, if you see the details, it's on my name as a team leader because I have assigned it to myself. But yes, let's say I don't want to keep it with me because I don't want to work on 2 lead records at a time. So based on the city, let's say it's a Hyderabad lead record. So I am based in Hyderabad, let's say. So I will be working on it. But there is another lead, which is Bangalore lead record. So I want to change the owner. So I want to assign it to one of my team members. So I'm assigning it to team member 1 and click on change owner. Okay, so he don't have permission for this, right? So that's the problem. Okay. License is the problem. We can assign to my actual account. So this is my CEO role account. So I'm assigning it to CEO role person because those person has the Salesforce license. So I can assign this particular lead record to him. So Chen Hyderabad lead record, I'm managing it myself. So I will be working on that particular lead record, and Bangalore lead record I have assigned to other person, other user, right? So this is how we can configure the assignment rules in Salesforce, and it is going to be the same scenario with the case assignment rules. Let's go to our org again.
Dilip, I have one question here.
Yes.
So if let's say if I am the owner of a lead, right? I'm working on a lead. And for some reason I just changed the city.
Okay.
It's an old record. I'm already working on a lead and it's an old record. For some reason I changed the city to Hyderabad.
Okay.
I am the lead owner, right? So is it gonna change once I change the, as the assignment rule is active? If I change the city from, let's say, from Delhi to Hyderabad, is it still going to be on my name, or is it going to be, as the assignment rule is already active, is it going to be,
It's
is it
going
going
to
to be
be
transferred to the, the person who is in the queue?
okay. Okay. It's going to fire the assignment rules as the lead assignment rule is active, but here you are not in the queue. You are a lead owner already, right?
Yes. Yes.
So let's test it. Okay, I will log in as this test user B has been assigned to me. So let me go ahead and log in as that user, and I'm going to change the city. Okay. So because it's not assigned to queue, it's assigned it to user,
Dilip.
right? So let's test it. I am hoping it won't change because it's not in any queues. Okay. So our assignment rule is working on based on the criteria of queues. So if it is in the queue, if you change the city, it is going to change the queue. But if the lead record is already assigned to the a user, it's not in our assignment rule criteria, right? So it should not change. So let's go ahead and test it. Okay.
Yes.
It should not. Okay. Actually, it should not. So let's go ahead and test it.
And these assignment rules, they won't fire on the old record or old data, right? It's just going to be the one you create from activating the assignment rule, right?
No, it is going to fire on old records also if the criteria is going to be met. Okay. So if they are not assigned anywhere or they are staying in some queue, then it's going to fire.
It's going to be a problem, right? If there are like thousands of records which are open, like people are working on it, if it fires on those records, then it's going to be those records will be fired and they're going to be transferred to queue again, right? Is it not that case?
Right. To answer your question, see,
Yeah.
I said it's going to fire if it is in a queue. So if it is in a queue, only queue member will be having that information, right? So it's not assigned to anyone. It's in the queue, actually. It's not assigned to anyone. It's not going to pull something which is assigned to you, a user, and put it in some queue. It's not going to do that.
Okay.
Right. Good questions. This is how you can understand things in better. Right. This is my record, which a team leader has assigned to me as a user. Okay. And I am the owner now. Okay. So you can see it. Now what I will do is I will go ahead
change
and
the city to Hyderabad or
change
Chennai.
this city to Chennai. Hope I have followed the same case while queues. Let's take it. Okay. And let me refresh. So it's not firing because
I think it's already assigned. So which is the reason it's not
true. Yeah. See, if it is in some queues, then the assignment rules are going to fire. But if it is assigned to some user, assignments rules are not getting fired because it's already somebody has taken the ownership of, right?
Got it. Yeah, that's a good point.
All right. So let's go to setup again. So this is the same case with case assignment rules also. So you can go to the case assignment rules and create any case assignment rule and play around it. Okay, so I will be giving an assignment for you for this particular case assignment rules and you will be working on it. Okay, so hope you understood. In today's class, any questions you can ask me? Any questions on today's class?
No.
Yeah, good. Good that you asked a few questions, and that's very good questions. Okay, so it's these assignment rules are going to get fired when the records are in queue, and if we change the if it is in some Bangalore queue, let's say, and I go ahead and change it to Chennai, then the rule is going to get fired, and it is going to get assigned to Chennai. So the assignment rules are going to get fired if the criteria is met. If the rule entries which we have mentioned in that assignment rule, if it is met, then it is going to get fired. Okay. Yeah. That is all about today's class. And we have discussed about automated rules in that assignment rules and lead assignment rules and case assignment rules. So case assignment rules, I'll give you an assignment for you. And for any other object assignment rules, probably we will have to go with the programming. We can create it. Yeah, it's not a big task. We can write a trigger or any of the Apex class to function method to do the assignment. Okay, so we can do that. Yeah, that is all about today's class. Have a good day.